I would like to talk with Miss Canada. She is Karen Baldwin, lives in London, Ontario. She is 18 years old. She's just finished high school, and what are your plans for the future?
Well, I'd like to attend university. I'd like to go to the Fashion Institute of Technology in New York City. And I'd like to study marketing, finance, and economics in relation to fashion with a concentration in design.
I think that sounds as if it should be a fine career. Now, you are the first girl I've chatted with, and I know a lot of people at home are wondering what you do when you represent one of these countries. What have you been doing as Miss Canada?
Well, I've had a wonderful year so far. I've done an extensive amount of traveling. I've been to Germany and Israel and Cyprus and to the North Pole. And what I've been doing in those countries is I've been visiting the Canadian Armed Forces camps with the performing tour and participating in the performing tour.
Did you watch the Miss Universe pageant last year?
Of course I did.
I think Miss Canada was among the 12 semifinalists.
Yes, she was first runner-up.
What did I talk with her about last year?
How much she loved watching The Price is Right.
Is that what she said?
Yes, she did.
The Price is Right is my show back in the United States, so obviously last year's Miss Canada was a brilliant young lady, right?
Obviously.
Thank you, Miss Canada.
Thank you.
We'll see a score now for Miss Canada. And we will talk. And you would like to have an interpreter standing by, would you not?
No, I think that I won't need an interpreter, but although it's better if she stay here. I like his presence, she's very nice.
You're going to speak English with me then with no Portuguese interpretation?
No, she's better stay here. She's very nice, and I like to look her face. Is that?
But do you want an interpreter here with us?
Yes.
Yes, all right. Let's have the interpreter out here. I think we'd better have the interpreter out here. Ask her what she's studying at the university, would you please?
No, you don't need to ask. Just if I need her, I give her help.
Don't bother us, would you mind? Go ahead. What do you study?
I study medicine.
What kind of medicine do you want to specialize in?
I'd like to be obstetrician.
Yes. Now, some of our girls have not traveled out of their countries before. Is this your first trip out of Brazil?
Yes, it's the first trip.
How does Peru compare with Brazil?
It's similar because the pueblo, the people are very nice, very, very nice.
And I think they like you. Now, you speak English so well. I had been told that Miss Brazil would have an interpreter, but you speak English so well. There are millions of people watching us in the United States. I hope there are millions of people watching us in the United States. What would you like to say to them?
I'd like to sit where, in the case of them, one of the judges, I don't understand you. Could you repeat, please? You have already told.
What would you like to say to the people in the United States, la gente de los Estados Unidos?
I'd like to say them that although it's not my native language, I'm so glad of speaking English because since when I was a child, I'd like to speak in English. That's why I speak by this way. And I came to speak in English very early.
Thank you, Miss Brazil. Thank you. They'll love you in the USA. You do not want an interpreter?
Yes.
Yes, you do. She is Cinzia Fiorapanti. She's 21. She lives in Rome. And she just finished her first year of pre-law, and she wants to be a judge. Ask her why she wants to be a judge.
Perché vuoi diventare un giudice?
Beh, veramente io ho detto giudice sì, però in questo periodo sto andando a scuola di recitazione perché la mia passione, vera passione, è di diventare un'attrice.
And what did she say?
She said that she really means to become an actress instead of a lawyer.
Oh, she's changed her mind.
Yes, she has.
Since she got here.
Because she says her real passion is to become an actress.
She wants to be an actress. But in her biography, she said she wanted to be a judge. Ask her when she changed her mind.
Tu hai detto che volevi essere un giudice, perché hai cambiato?
Non ho cambiato. Nell'attesa, nel momento in cui io vado a scuola di recitazione, cerco di fare anche degli esami all'università. Siccome è il primo anno e non ne ho dato nessuno, penso che la mia carriera sarà l'attrice.
While she studies, she likes to study in an acting school. She hasn't given up the idea of being lawyer.
Well, maybe she can be an actress and a part-time judge.
Puoi essere un'attrice e nel mezzo tempo
Un giudice.
She thinks that's a good idea?
è una buona idea.
And maybe a soccer coach, too.
Eh, Forse anche per aiutare nel calcio.
Nel calcio? Sì.
Should I have that, too? Fine.
No.
Thank you, Miss Italy. Thank you. Why don't you tell us about what life is like on a farm near Johannesburg?
We have a Lucerne farm. I'm very close to nature. I love animals. I love plants. I've always enjoyed living on a farm, and I hope to one day settle down on a farm.
What kind of animals do you have?
We have about 9 dogs and 8 cats, some pigs, some cows, various birds, and I think that's about all.
What are you going to tell your parents on the farm near Johannesburg about Peru?
Well, first of all, I think the people here are very friendly and warm. The way they received us when we came at the airport, every evening when we go out, they're always there to clap hands, to give us a good hand and make us feel at home. And then I love the architecture of the city. I think it's beautiful. It's lovely that a city like this still has the very old buildings.
You know, with all those animals on that farm, the girls are taking home souvenirs. You should take a llama home. It's the only thing you don't have.
I've tried to catch it, but it's a bit too fast.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much, Miss South Africa. And I was most impressed with something I was told about you. Tell our audience what you did with the money that you won as Miss Finland.
I won 4,000 Finnish mark. It's about $1,000 as when I was selected as Miss Finland, and I gave it to World's Wildlife Fund in Finland.
Now, you also love animals then.
Yes.
Do you have pets?
Well, I have one dog,
What's your dog's name?
Jane. There's no Tarzan.
No Tarzan?
No.
Now, do you work with any animal organizations, humane groups in Finland?
No, I don't have very much time when I'm Miss Finland, but I have been in World's Wildlife Fund's parties, and when they have had elected all the things what they have done in the years and what good they have done for animals, and I think it's really interesting to hear.
In the United States, we're urging people to have their pets spayed or neutered and help control the pet population. If you become Miss Universe, perhaps you can help us with that.
I hope so.
I hope so, too. Thank you, Miss Finland. Next is Miss Peru. She is Francesca Zaza. She is 17. She lives here in Lima, and she wants an interpreter. Francesca just graduated from high school, and now that she's out of high school, ask her what she's going to do.
¿Qué es lo que piensas hacer ahora que te graduaste?
Bueno, pienso seguir turismo, estudiar turismo.
She'll study tourism.
And ask her, if you will, please, what the other young ladies have been asking her about Peru. What are their questions?
¿Qué es lo que te han estado preguntando las otras concursantes acerca del Perú?
Bueno, acerca de Machu Picchu, Arequipa, de los principales departamentos del Perú, luego el clima del Perú, de la comida y otras cosas.
About Machu Picchu, Arequipa, other states of Peru, about food and about the climate.
Ask her if any of them have commented on the traffic in Lima.
¿Alguien te ha comentado del tráfico en Lima?
Sí, un poco.
You know, one of our CBS men, instead of having a driver, he rented a car and he drove himself. He is now in a Peruvian rest home. Ask Miss Peru I'll ask her myself in English. Have you learned any English? Can you say anything in English?
Un poco.
What can you say in English?
You are the most handsome man.
You have a brilliant young lady here. You really do. Thank you, Miss Peru.